Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and I am so excited for the new start of the Premier League season now. Every late August, September time, you start this kind of motion of really getting into the Premier League, and just before it starts, you're constantly refreshing Sky Sports gossip, you're making your fantasy Premier League team, and one thing I personally always do is edit my FIFA to kind of match up with the teams going into FIFA 13, because FIFA 13 isn't quite out yet, it's just around the corner, but I always edit my teams, make all the right transfers and all that crazy stuff you do on FIFA before the new season starts, because FIFA 12 you kind of want to play with all the new transfers. You can't quite wait until October, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in this series, guys. I'm going to be going through all the teams in the Premier League, not just the big teams, and some big teams around Europe, and changing their ratings, changing all that kind of stuff to coincide with the new season. I just want to apologise for the fucking racket going on behind me. Clearly my budgie's excited about this as well. And so I'm going to going through the whole Premier League. I'm going to be saying what I reckon some certain transfers, what kind of levels they'll be, what levels certain players will be. I've edited some overalls, all that kind of stuff, and we're going to go straight in alphabetically with Arsenal. So Arsenal, guys, I've edited this and I've tried to be as fair as I can. I've obviously, throughout all of these, I've collaborated some fans' views along with my own, and I'll give you a bit of an insight. So we're going to start off with Arsenal, and as you can see straight off the bat, these are the ratings, and I'm going to go through and tell you kind of why they are around what they are. So first off we have Wojciech Szczesny. Sorry, I just fell off my shelf. Szczesny is obviously a love or hate for a lot of people. He's quite outspoken, and on FIFA, some Arsenal fans would put him at like an 82 and 83. I've put him at an 81 because he is a good keeper. He has shown that. He's, against Liverpool, I think it was away, he has been good. He kept 13 clean sheets in the Premier League last season, 18 overall. He clearly has some very, very good qualities. By the way, guys, on the right hand side where it shows their attributes, that's not right. I've just kind of made these attributes come together to make the overall, so that's why. And Szczesny is a good player, but he's not good enough to be in the high 80s yet, or the mid 80s even, purely because he's inexperienced, and I think his Euro 2012 fiasco kind of underlined that. Number 2, we have Sanya. In my opinion, one of the best right backs, maybe not the best yet right back in the Premier League, but a very, very good one. He's very, very dangerous in the air, as he showed against Tottenham, and very strong in the air as well, and a very, very consistent defender. Doesn't make too many mistakes and is decent going forward, so I reckon an 84 is about right. Koscielny, there's been so much hype around this guy. I'm sure some other people don't quite understand it. Koscielny is a very, very versatile player. He's everything about him is impressive at the moment. He was so inconsistent last year, as Birmingham showed, but this year he's just been very, very strong. He's quite quick. He on his first ever game for Arsenal, he beat Torres for pace and gave him a bit of a shock. He's fast, he's pretty strong on the ball, and he's pretty damn consistent. Again, I'm hesitant to put him up with the 85s, the 86, because people, a lot of people can't see that. Maybe I'm looking through Arsenal red-tinted glasses or whatever, but Koscielny is a very good player, and I reckon he deserves a solid 83 rating. I'll probably put Skrtel or Agger around that as well. He's around that kind of level. Next up we have Vermaelen. I've only given him a 1 increase purely because he's been a very decent centre-back for us this year. Very consistent, not quite up there with players like Terry, not quite down there with players like Giroud. He's a player which is consistent and he's definitely a decent defender, and I think that's why it's fair enough to give him an 84 overall. Next up we have Gibbs. Gibbs is consistent and solid to a point, but not quite up there with the best yet. A bog standard left back, to be quite frankly honest, better than Andre Santos, just because he has a more defensive kind of side to his game, but not quite up there at all with the Leighton Baineses, the Everers, that kind of stuff. So 78 I think is fair for a young player. Next up we have Mikel Arteta. This guy is rankly underrated. I think he was an 81 or an 82 last year, or this year technically, not too sure, but he's so consistent, one of the best just classic midfield players. He's a decent tackler, a decent passer, and runs the game for Arsenal in every way. I think we only won one game without him last season, and that was against West Brom when we needed to. He is Mr. Consistent, and Mr. Consistent I think deserves a very consistent 83 rating. Song, again, a player, so much hype going around about this guy. 84 I would say is fair enough for Song. I think he is a very erratic defensive midfielder. His defensive side isn't always brilliant, his attacking side isn't always brilliant, but he's one of those players that can just turn a game, and he did on several occasions for Arsenal last season, against Everton, against Liverpool. So he is a very good midfielder, around the same level as SCN. I think that's what SCN is on FIFA 12. 84, SCN's obviously declining unfortunately in real life, but I reckon he is a very good midfielder. I've got him as a centre mid here. He'll probably be a defensive mid in the game. And also, guys, I just want to quickly mention about the formation. I'm not Arsene Wenger. I don't know what we're going to play. I don't know what transfers are going to be fully completed, so Sahin and stuff. So again, I'm just going to go on what certain fans of the club, and this is what a lot of Arsenal fans seem to think will play next season. Next up, we have Rosicky. Rosicky is a very good player. Again, a player which has been plagued by injury, but he's consistent again, and he was an enigma for Arsenal last season for much of the time, putting a great ball in for several players. Got several assists. I think he got 6 assists. Song got 14. So Song again is a good player, but I mean, 6 assists for Rosicky, considering he was only really good for the second half of the season, is very good, and he is a good player. He's only an 81 on FIFA 12. He should be more about an 83. He is very consistent. And just does an all-round spectacular job for Arsenal. A very good attacking midfielder, and underrated. Cazorla, now a lot of hype going around about this guy as well, and he is as good as the hype. He's statistically the 4th best player in La Liga last season, which is crazy when you think of all the players Barcelona and Real Madrid have got. He was absolutely vital for Malaga last season, and he's been very good for Villarreal for many years before he joined Malaga. He is a very underrated player, and it is a credit to the Spanish side that he doesn't start in it. He's crazy. If he was playing for any other nation, I'm sure he'd be in the starting 11. He is a very good player, and I'm not just saying that because of Arsenal have just signed him. And yeah, he's underrated. Got 9 goals for Malaga last season, and is very versatile. Can literally play all over the midfield, all over the Spanish midfield. So the central attacker midfield, the left mid, the right mid roles, not quite the central defensive roles. Next up, we have Ola Giroud. Now, this rating might piss a lot of people off, but Giroud was the top scorer in Liga 1 last season, and Liga 1 is becoming a massive league. It is growing. It's growing massively. You just look at the likes of PSG. There are quite a few title contenders in there, but it throws up a surprise every season. And yeah, he scored 21 goals last season and got 9 assists for Montpellier. That deserves, to me, an 83 rating. He is such a good player. He got Team of the Year 88, and he is just such a good player. Obviously, I don't think he'll be captain. I don't know why the hell he's got the captain thing on him. Maybe because that's where Van Persie used to stand or sit or wherever. And Van Persie, I'm not sure about him, but I reckon, just on the off chance, if wherever Van Persie goes, he should be the same rating as Rooney is, whatever they say Rooney's rated. So yeah, Giroud should be an 83. He is a good striker, a very good striker, and deserves more recognition after a great season. Our second striker would be this man, Prince Poldi, Lucas Podolski. 18 goals in the Bundesliga last year for FC Köln, and he played 29 games. FC Köln got relegated, and he still got 18 goals. He did his very best to keep them up there, and he had the talent to do so. Such a good player, Podolski. I've got a lot of time for him. He's always been my favourite German player. When I was about 12, 11, I supported Germany and England, I must say. I supported Germany. I don't know why, but I had a little crush, I don't know, for Germany. I'm not sure, but yeah, and he was my favourite German player, and I'm so glad to see him in the Premier League, and even better for Arsenal, the team I support. So those are my ratings for Arsenal next season. We should be a pretty dangerous side. Should have a lot to, should maybe be contending for at least a couple of trophies. And yeah, if you disagree, guys, or if you do agree, put your own ratings in the comments, and I would love that. And Aston Villa should be out soon. Thanks for watching, guys.